This is Scott. He's in a thrift shop. It was a mundane weekday afternoon when something unusual caught his eye.
It's wild that you can find one of these first-generation Google Home Minis for just $5 to $20 now. I bet the Google Assistant in these still work well, but with how bad the speakers are in these, nobody really wants these anymore.
Then another item caught his eye. It was entirely different from the first, yet equally compelling.
I used to want one of these so much. These old bookshelf speakers have great sound quality, but you need a lot of additional cables and amps just to connect them with modern devices. With how good wireless speakers are now, it's easy to see why most people moved on from these.
These items would go on to haunt Scott in the days and weeks that followed. A smart speaker with very bad speakers, and a great speaker that wasn't smart at all. On their own, they would almost certainly end up in landfill, misunderstood, and forever alone. Just like Scott.
Wait, what?
But maybe Scott could change that. Maybe, just this once, the ending could be different. After opening the device, he noticed a very familiar pair of wires leading toward the speaker. One red, one black. The only wires on the bookshelf speaker were also red and black.
It can't be that easy, could it? What? I can't believe it was that easy. Okay, now I just need a way to hold these pieces together.
A complex project requires a machine powerful enough to keep up.
Y'all know how much I love sleek white designs, so this Lenovo Legion 7i fits right into my home. All right, let's brainstorm. Okay, so we have the main speaker. The smart speaker should sit flat on top. This way it's easy to tap the controls. I don't like how tall this is though. It feels awkward. Well, let's try putting it on its side. There we go. I like this. It reminds me of an old boombox. I like that they all have these big handles. Let's add that to the design too. Okay, this feels like a good start. Let's 3D model this.
Some people relax while their 3D printers run, but not Scott. He soldiers on. He remains relentlessly productive.
Actually, I'm gaming.
Gaming with a 3D modeling software open, that poor machine.
Well, the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor was built for this. With its upgraded cores, I get to multitask with minimal interruptions. Gaming, streaming, creating, it's got the cores to keep everything running smoothly at the same time.
But one has to wonder how hot his palms are getting.
Don't worry about my palms. Everything stays cool thanks to this thing's hyperchamber cooling. And with the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor under the hood, it's quieter and quicker. That's ultra efficient performance without the heat.
But what about...
That's enough, sir. The 3D print's about to finish. I found these adhesive feed pads to isolate any potential vibrations. All right, so that's pretty much finished. Let's start with a comparison though, because I'm sure we're all wondering, how does this compare with an unmodified first generation Google Home Mini? All right, let me take off my mic here, turn this thing to maximum volume and play some music for you guys. Here we go. Honestly, not bad for how tiny the speaker inside is, but let's try this one out now.
I pick up the pieces of the love we used to have before you call my bluff. Could've used more substance. You had too much fluff.
Oh my god, I gotta turn this down before my neighbors start knocking on my door. This is loud. Not only is this so much louder, I'm actually very impressed by just how much better the bass and everything sounds. Quality is just on a whole other level. Now, for the audiophiles out there, keep in mind this is still gonna be like a mono audio output, so it's not perfect, but compared to the original, oh man, it is so much better. But aside from that, the bookshelf speaker is also just so much more useful now. Like through the home app, I can turn on Bluetooth pairing, and now I can connect my phone or laptop wirelessly to the setup. This is actually kind of perfect for gaming now, and it just looks so nice next to the Legion 7i. A huge perk to using these first generation models is that they're powered via a micro USB cable, which means technically I should be able to power this setup with most USB portable battery banks, so I designed this add-on. The OLED display on this laptop looks so good, it feels like I can just... Now the whole setup is fully portable, and I can use it all around the house. It technically still requires Wi-Fi to work though, so if you want to use it out and about, you'll probably need to pair it with your phone's hotspot. Now, for those of you who want to make your own, I'm working on a version of this design that is parametric. What that means is if you find another bookshelf speaker at a thrift shop and you want to use it, all you'll need to do is measure its width, length, depth, and corner radius, input those numbers into this chart, and boom, the 3D model will then update around the size of your speakers and you're good to go. Just make sure your 3D printer is big enough to actually print the frame, of course, but if you want access to a full detailed tutorial video and the design file, which should be ready in a week or two, I'm just working out a few final bugs, consider joining my YouTube channel membership and supporting the work that I do here. More details about that will be in the video's description. Anyway, I love that this project breathes new life into two different pieces of tech, combining the strengths from each to create something better than either on their own. With some help, of course, from some new tech like my 3D printer and the Lenovo Legion 7i. I'm so impressed with how much this thing has been able to handle, so thank you to Lenovo and Intel for sending these to me. They also sent me its little brother, the Lenovo Legion 5i. It shares many of the same features like the amazing OLED display, superior cooling, and fast charging. It just has a sleek black design and a more compact 15-inch monitor instead. So it's perfect if you want a more portable option. I'll leave a link for these in the video's description as well if you guys want to learn more about these laptops. In the meantime, I'm gonna get back to Cyberpunk. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Thanks for watching.
And so, two forgotten machines found a new purpose together, living happily ever after. I bet you're wondering why I know so much about Scott. It's because I am Scott.